We'll go ahead and get started. All right, couple quick notes before we get started with Augusta. I know we are on deadline with a lot of folks on the East Coast. First overtime game for Augusta this year, so that makes them 1-0. They are the third. This is the third straight Elite Eight that a team from the Peach Belt Conference has won a game. Third straight game. Well, no, I take that back because they won by more than 6. And then when Miguel gets here, he is the 9th player in tournament history to hit 7 threes in a game. Missed tying the record by 1. So, head coach Dip Metris is here. Also, we have Tyshaun Crawford. Hopefully, Miguel will get through his obligations and join us here in a few moments. But we'll open it up for opening statements from Coach, and then we'll have a couple questions for Tyshaun, and then we'll go ahead and let Tyshaun go. And if Miguel gets here, then we'll let Coach stick around for a few more minutes. We are going to try and go quick, guys, because once again, I know East Coast is on their deadline. So, Coach, opening comments. Congratulations on an exciting victory.
We beat a very good Chico team. We knew they were going to involve us a lot of ball screens. First game all year, we've had to get a stop to put it in overtime. We've had games recent when we made a shot to win the game. So very proud of our guys to come up with the stop to put that thing in overtime. We came out, ran a little action, tried to get Kerb a touch in the post, and Miguel banged a big 3 in. So great team effort. Like I said, been a very good Chico team. You know, we got up 6 or 7, and then Duffy, man, he banged in 2 from like 40 feet. And but that's what you expect out of a guy who's an all-region player. But very proud of our guys, and we advanced to play an IUP team, and all I can tell you, it's going to be like a boxing match. This is not going to be a game for the soft guys. I can tell you that. So, but anyway, ask questions to Tyshaun. He got double teamed a little bit, but he did a good job.
Okay, we'll open it for questions to Tyshaun. I know we have one member of the media on virtually. If she has a question, feel free to type it in the Q&A, but we'll go ahead and please use the microphone as well if anybody has any questions. And we'll start right up here up front.
Tyshaun, battling against an All-American, all-region player like you, big-time player, you're running into him like a brick wall. You're getting doubled, but the coach kept coming to you. Your teammates kept coming to you. Talk about that second half and how you kind of put the guys on your back for a stretch there.
My teammates believe in me to make passes out of the post. I'm smart enough to see what a double team is. I had a couple turnovers passing out of the post, but like once I figured out what was going on, I just made the right plays. That's what I pride myself on, just making the right plays. Even if it's not just scoring, I try to get all over the floor, like passing, blocking shots, getting rebounds, stuff like that.
I took him out with a 9:30 mark, and I just told him I called it a mental break, okay? Because it's hard to be 7 foot and play this game, and he just needed a mental break, and just to kind of refresh him. Not because he was playing bad. I take all our guys out, and I said just sit over here for a minute, get your mind right, and he was good. He was good down the stretch. He wanted the ball. He went to the right hand. Did you make it?
Yeah,
there you go. And had a couple dunks, and I think he got an and 1 if he made the free throw as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
When you took him out, Dip, it looked like maybe you were trying to get to that under 8 timeout, but you put him back in before the timeout. You needed him on the floor, right?
Yeah. What do they say? You dance with the girl you brought, when I'm not going to sit him over there much with me, man. And Miguel, we took him out. I firmly believe I've had some really, really, really good players in my coaching career. You have to take him out at least for a minute. And I don't like taking them out, but I always say I'm going to get them out for a minute. And we got a couple guys that kind of look at me like, hey, I'm ready to go, but you have to give them a blow. It's just too hard mentally and physically. And, he was getting double and triple teamed. And credit to Chico. Now, they came on the bounce. They came off different guys. They had a good game plan. Now, they're number 1 team in the country in defensive field goal percentage against 3-point shots, and we shot it well, partly because it went into him and he got it out of there.
Can we pass it down to there, please?
Gotcha. Tyshaun, how different was it, playing on the road? You didn't have many fans here in attendance, and you got to play the region tournament, at home. But how different was it on the road?
It was pretty different. We just came in telling each other that we all we got. It's different destination. Different destination, same plan. just going out there and being us. So we kind of like just leaned on each other a little bit more than we usually do. You know, we ain't had a crowd just there yelling every time we scored, but we came out, gave it a hard fight, won the game.
Go ahead if you've got one more for Tyshaun.
Yeah, you knew going into the game they were going to lean to you a little bit more, maybe, because like Dip said, they were ranked high against the three-pointer, and you had a tough, guard in Malik Duffy. I know you guys switched Jaquez on him a little bit because he usually, but how is that, going into the game, knowing you had that, had that going into the game, had that, tough matchup, and knowing they were going to lean to you more?
I go into the game with every mindset trying to affect the game in different ways. Sometimes it might be scoring, sometimes it might be rebound. I said it in the last question. They came and they double team, even with Duffy down there. They came and double team, so I just made sure I made the right plays. I'm not gonna make the right play all the time, but like long as I stay poised and try to do the best thing, like the best I can every time, it just always works. It always works out.
Any other questions for Tyshaun? Go ahead up front. Get one more in.
So Tyshaun, Dip mentioned credit to Chico on the double team coming from, I think it did come from different places. Where was it coming from? Was it coming from different places? Was it a new look for you?
At first it was. They came, they sent me to my left hand and then they double team from the top. And then they I think at halftime they switched and came from the bottom. They sent me to the right side and then they was bringing them in on the bottom. They kind of read that we was sending a cutter, so they tried to stop the cut, and then they left somebody open. So once I realized what was going on and where it was coming from, I just made the right plays.
All right, great. Tyshaun, thank you. We'll go ahead and excuse you. Congratulations, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you so much.
I can speak Spanish if you want for my man.
I would love to see that, actually.
Well,
all right, here's what we'll do. If Miguel does not get here, please make sure he will be available for a little while out front of the locker room for any of these folks that want to chat with him. Questions for Coach? Go ahead.
Well, Dip, couple. The comment about not a lot of fans, but some key fans, some cheerleaders, and a mascot, some friends and family, and then also, Miguel's performance.
Yeah, I got worried before the game. He wore whatever the heck he wears on his leg. I don't know about all the stuff these kids do. And they made him go take it off. And I'm like, man, this could affect how he plays. Well, throw that out the window. He's a good player. I was proud of him because he drove the ball, and scored 2 tough layups. And, his partner's Troy now, okay? And Troy did not have a good game. And I heard him out there encouraging Troy to shoot it. One time, Troy passed up a shot. He never passes up. So I was proud of the fact that Miguel led. And he's a good player, like unselfish, and he's a tough cover. The 1-3 in the corner in transition, all right? Now, he made one. Those are one of those ones you got to live with. He's all-time leading three-point shooter in school history. So, but he was good. He was good. And just like I said, he beat a good team, man. Like, they're really, really sound defensively. And for a preparation standpoint, they're hard to guard. And, big fella asked to guard Duffy. And I'm like, oh, boy, here we go. Okay. But he did a good job on him. And he said, let me guard him. Well, he didn't have fouls. And, his size bothered him a little bit. So, we've had that happen about 4 times this year. Guys have come to me and said, I want to guard the guy. And, we were possession away from taking Curb out. He had a couple of bad possessions, but we needed his athleticism rebounding out there. And then the closer did it again. He misses his free throws, but Tyree ran a little action, tried to get to a handoff, and he read it and hit a big 3 to put us up, I think, 6.
Any other questions for Coach? We'll go in the back.
Coach is coming from an Indiana guy, but your impression of IUP and what do you see as the keys on Thursday night?
I saw them play on film or DVD, whatever you call these things nowadays, when they played Bowie State. And when I watch other teams play and I pull up another team's roster to figure out where they get guys from, that means they're good. So it didn't take me long to pull up IUP's roster. Coach Lombardi's an old-fashioned Northeastern coach. It's going to be hand-to-hand combat, and we're okay with that. But it's not going to be. It ain't going to be pretty. I can tell you that, because both teams are going to be very physical. They're very good defensively. Does a great job. their best player did not play well tonight. You know, they're all American. Is Foster, if I'm not mistaken, number 3. So my assistants are over there giving me all this, like, hey man, like 3's their best player. No, 3's their best player. Okay. So, you know, they won a game when their best player was not one of their best. So it'll be a great match. Thank goodness we got a day off. You know, a few years ago, we came up here, we didn't have the day off, and you know, we definitely need it. And like I said, they're very good, man. They're in the Final Four for a reason. They've got good players, and combination of good coaches and good players gets you a lot of wins in his career. Yep.
Any other questions for Coach? Great, Coach. Thank you so much. Good luck on Thursday, and we'll see you then. And once again, we'll make sure we've got Miguel available outside the locker room when he's done with his obligations.